Here's a damn nice car. This is a Civic Saloon. So we have been showing you for the last couple of months, actually more than a year now. Whoops, wrong side. We've been showing you, actually this is a left-hand drive car, I want to get into the wrong side of it. We've been showing you the Civic hatchback Generation 10, which is really, really cool. And back in 2016, before this car was launched as in the hatchback version, Honda very nicely brought us to Paris and said, okay, we are going to show you the new hatchback that was coming out. We were going, great, wow, what a car. And then we saw one of these in the stand and they're saying, no, you're not getting that. And it was a saloon, and it was really nice looking. So a couple of months ago they told us, actually no, hang on a minute, we are going to get this in England and Ireland, and it is now here. So this is a really nice car. So for some people that have looked at the hatchback and maybe they want something that is a little bit bigger in the boot, and the styling's a little bit different as well. So maybe you like the front of the car, but you might like the aggressive rear end on the hatchback. This is a more conservative style as well. So, and for some people, I suppose, we're seeing people now with Accords, and who had the Saloon Civic before, and then obviously there's the people that never had a Honda before that are going to start looking and are asking about this. So there's good excitement about this car. Anyway, we are Fitzpatrick's garage in Kildare town, about 30 minutes south of Dublin, 35 minutes south of Dublin. 3 minutes off the M7 motorway. So we do Hyundai, we do Honda, obviously, we do Mercedes up the road, and then we've garages in Naas and Carlow and Tullamore. So if you're spending a lot of money on a nice car like this, you know there's going to be a good after sales service. Brian's my name. If there's any information you want on this car, please do give me a call. 086 843 1945. Call, text, whatever. No problem, no matter where you are in the country, I'd be quite happy to talk to you. So, sorry, there's a lot of Hyundai badges in the background. It's just Honda's down here, and I just have a few cars parked on the way down there. Anyway, let's have a look at this car. It's really nice. This one here is a left-hand drive that we've just gotten a lend of, so we will have more videos coming soon with more information and specs and that kind of stuff. This is just to give you an idea of what's coming, that's all. So let's have a look around it. Just to clarify, this car here is a 1.5. We will not be getting this car in Ireland. So very, very similar car to look at, but this one just has a 1.5 petrol engine. Whereas the ones that are going to come in Ireland are 127 iTech, which is the VTEC turbo, 127 1 litre, and also the 1.6 diesel Earth Dreams 1.6 120 horsepower. So they will be the ones coming in Ireland. So for somebody that's not doing the mileage, the 1 litre is going to make sense, and it's a really nice thumper of an engine to drive. Whereas somebody that's munching up the mileage is going to be going for the super economical 1.6. Right, at the front of the car, the first thing I noticed is that the bumper is a little bit different. The headlamps, I think, are LEDs on this particular one. I think we're going to have halogen set up on the ones that come through in Ireland, so just be careful of that when you're looking at it. The grille may come with a chrome setup on the front. I have not got any information. At the normal hatchbacks at the moment, they do come with a black setup, so that has to be confirmed. But from what I notice over here as well, the bumper is a little bit different on the front, just the shape overall. It's got a how would you say, this is a little bit fatter over here, so it is. So it does actually have a distinctive front end compared to the hatchback. Moving down the side, I have still yet to be told if we're going to be getting fully black or silver, but no matter which one we do get, there's always that nice polished kind of finish. Even the black ones have the polished kind of finish on them as well. Looking down the side of the car, so she will have, apologies about saying she, but I always say that, Honda sensing, which is going to be things like, we'll say, your anti-lock brakes, obviously, your emergency brake assist. You'll also have your lane change warning to stop you drifting out of lane. You will also have lane, the warning, which obviously warns you that you're drifting out of lane, and then the lane keep that actually keeps you within the lane. You'll have adaptive cruise control. It's going to follow the car in front of you when it slows down. This car will slow down if you set it, and you will also have auto lights, auto wipers. But looking down the back of the car, like, the shape is really, really nice. So I go as far as saying everything on front so far here in terms of engines and in terms of safety are all similar so far. Along through here looks very, very similar, but once you get down the back, it's a really nice shape actually coming down along through here. So, and this is really where the differences are. So if you move around to the back of the car, it's got the nice bigger, more pronounced sort of taillights along the back, and it's a really distinctive shape. When you're driving behind the car, it's a very, very different shape. And it's actually, the more I start to look at the car, the first time I saw it I thought it was unbelievable. Then I looked at it again, I was kind of going, maybe I prefer the hatchback. But actually the more I'm starting to look at it again now, I think I'm really starting to like this saloon. So if we look at the taillights, they have the nice LED style that are on the hatchback already. And then the idea here is going to be that not everyone plays golf. I don't play golf, but I know lots of my customers do. So this is going to be a bigger boot than what's been offered in the hatchback. So I think that's going to make some ex-car drivers start to look at this car, and then we can pop the seats forward from inside by doing that. And I just grab it and pull it forward, so like you'd expect. So very, very cool, very, very distinctive. Sorry, again, I'm a bit sketchy on information, just for the reason being these aren't this car is not the exact spec that we're getting, but it's damn close to it. In terms of shape, it's identical. So it's just really the kind of features you're going to get. You will get things like Smart Plus and Premium models. So basically, if you go for the Smart Plus, you're going to get things in the front, like front fog lights, nice side markers along here which are cool. You'll have your auto dip headlights, so when they meet traffic they dip, and when you go back to the countryside they go full. You'll have all the stuff I talked about, like the safety features and all that kind of stuff. The size of the boot's going to be the same, the colour coding's going to be the same. You'll have the nice things like the wing mirrors will fold in and the windows will go up when you use the key. And then on the inside you're going to have nice stuff like reverse camera, you'll have front and rear park sensors, you will have in through here your nice Honda Connect setup. You will have navigation in through here, so as you can see, I got my map, if I was able to use a touchscreen, and then I can go for reverse, and I got my camera in through here as well. And then over here on the steering wheel, like what we were talking about already, I've got things like my cruise control. I've got over here information inside in there which is going to change, like average speed, fuel efficiency, how much fuel I've got left, information about my navigation, phone, Bluetooth, radio, all that kind of stuff in through there as well. That will also have a connection set up for smartphone, so you can have Android Auto and you can also have Apple CarPlay. So basically it brings up all your information from your phone onto the screen, and you can use Google Maps and all that kind of stuff. So really, really good stuff. And then you'll have an automatic. This one's an automatic, okay, with paddle shift in through here. You'll also have a manual gearbox that you'd expect. And then, so that's going to be Smart Plus. And then you're going to have the second one, which is Premium. So Premium, I assume, is going to have the sunroof that you see over my head. And then after that, you're also going to have leather, which is going to be heated. And you're going to have keyless entry, which means I've got my start-stop function. Let's go over this way. Start-stop function in through here, and then I can get into the car just by putting my hand in. It'll recognise my hand's in there, and I can press a button, getting out, it locks it all up, and all that kind of stuff. So they're your kind of differences. They're going to be the main differences. Things like even wireless charging on the Premium. Again, I can send you exact videos at the time when it comes in, or I can send you current videos on the current hatchback model in those specs that'll give you an idea of how the whole thing works. So this is just a quick overview in the car. Like we were saying, Saloon is a new car. I'm not going to bring this to the showroom in a second. I'm going to show you anyway, just to compare it against a hatchback. So really nice shaped car, distinctive, and it's going to have some economical engines, really high equipment levels, well priced. Give me a shout and I'll be able to go through that kind of stuff with you as well. Usual stuff, 3 years warranty and roadside assist that you'd expect from Honda, reliability that you'd expect from Honda. But let's have a look at compared to the hatchback. I'm just going to put it in the showroom here. It's a really nice car, really nice. By the way, just while I'm doing that, I apologise for the kind of loose sort of commentary on it. It's just the car is new and we're still waiting to get the exact models, that's all. So I think it's easier to go through a video from start to finish once you have the exact specifications in front of you. So this is a bit wishy-washy, higgledy-piggledy, but hopefully it gives you some idea. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look and see what it's like beside the hatchback equivalent. Right, let's have a look at the hatchback. So this is a hatchback boot right here, and then we'll move over and have a look at the Saloon. So right, the hatchback, to be fair, has a wider area to get in and out of. The Saloon is a little bit more restricted, but the Saloon actually has a longer area. Sorry, the light is really, really bad here this evening, so again I will have better videos of this in time. So the boot stretching all the way in as far as the back over here, whereas this section here, honestly, there's not much in it. I'm not going to lie to you, it is quite similar. The hatchback, a little bit more access in and out, but after that the Saloon just has a small bit on it lengthwise in terms of the interior. Style wise, if we just have a look at the overall car in terms of length, and then we'll have a quick look at styling. So those two cars are parked side by side at the moment in terms of the front end of the car. Not much in it actually. So if you have a look down the front of that car there, I have them parked pretty much spot on, dead straight. So again, coming around to the back of the car, not as much in it as I thought there would have been. I was going to stand back from it here for a sec. So there's a little bit, so you can see where it juts out along here, but I think a lot of this car, and there's not really a massive difference price-wise between them, but a lot of it is going to focus around actually your preference of how you like the car to look at. So if you have a look there, this is your saloon, and then if you compare it, there's your hatch. So the hatch, black section around the lights, whereas the saloon doesn't. Rear over here has spoiler and spoiler, whereas this one doesn't. This one's got, how would you say, a more reserved rear bumper, whereas this one is more aggressive with these areas down through here. So a lot of it is about cosmetics actually on this car. And then if you look at the front bumper, that front bumper through there, so as you can see, again ignoring the headlight and the grille setup for the moment, the bumper is a little bit softer, whereas over here it's a little bit more aggressive. So if we have a look at this here, big section around here, small black section in through here, have the black section as well, but if you just have a quick look there, big aggressive setup compared to this one, which is more soft and subtle overall. So I don't know, I'd go as far as saying actually, looking at the two cars, they're sort of it's more about style actually. Before I would have got the car in, I would have thought it's more about size, but actually I think it's more about style on this car. So just to give you an idea, it is really tight trying to get the car in and out of the showroom here. This is me backing in along here, and every kind of side of the car seems to be encountering something. Having a look at this, right, I would have expected in my head that the saloon is more difficult to get in and out of here. So I've done basically one movement backwards, and I'm going to go for a second one, which I normally would in the hatchback car. And looking over here, it's, will we squeeze it? Okay. So honestly, at the moment, from what I see here, it might be a wee bit longer, as we were saying already on the outside. I'm going to try and squeeze it this time, and I'd say we'll get in through there. So there you have it. It is now in the showroom. I would go as far as saying I noticed a small difference in the length there alright when I was coming in, but it is a left-hand drive car, and that is only the second time I've ever put a left-hand drive car in the showroom. So there could be a bit of that kind of stuff going on there, just purely through me trying to figure things out from one side. The car looks really well, lads. It just does, lads and girls, I mean. The more and more I'm starting to look at it now, it is starting to make a lot of sense to me. And as I said to you earlier on the video, the first time I saw this car, or the first time we all saw it, I think everyone that saw the car was fairly damn well impressed with how it looked. So it's really, really nice. And it's nice, it's kind of gone more down the route of, I think, the, how would you say, Grand Coupe, which I see quite a bit of. Saloon cars are getting into a more angled kind of rear C-pillar along here, so it's starting to make it look very, very sporty. So I tell you, do you know what, it complements the hatchback really, really well. So again, if we have a look at the hatchback over here, we saw the big aggressive front area along through here. This, again, the rear or lower area of the bumper is similarly aggressive, but the fog lamp area is a little bit softer overall. Down the side of the car, very, very similar lines, but when we go to the back of the car, now I know this is 1.5, but if you think about things like the spoilers down along through here, the side of the tail lamps, and down through here, these areas being black, whereas this one here has a more conservative and succinct kind of rear end on it. So it looks really, really nice overall. So the thing about it is, do you know what? If you want to buy a saloon car, first of all, actually, hang on. If you want to buy a Honda Civic and you've looked at the new Honda Civic and you went, that hatchback is a bit too aggressive for what I want in a car, well, guess what? Here's a great alternative to it, and this is a really, really nice car. The second thing after that then is if you are looking at, we'll say, a saloon car in general, you know, don't be a sheep. Buy something that's a bit feckin' different. This is a really nice car, and it will hold value well, as Hondas normally do. It will be an economical car to run. It'll be reliable. It'll be well equipped when you think about what we've been talking about so far. And do you know what? It's going to be a damn nice, sporty type of car to drive. So get in here and actually have a look at the car. Give me a shout though, because I do need to tell you about delivery dates and all that kind of stuff, depending when you watch this video, of course. And as we were saying, 2 models, 2 engines, 2 models, 2 gearboxes, all the 2s. So the first thing is manual or automatic. Fine, okay, we all know that. Second thing is 1 litre or 1.6 in diesel, so 1 litre turbo petrol, 1.6 in diesel. And the third thing then is going to be Smart Plus, which is, you know, like what we see in this hatchback car over here. Navigation, reverse camera, front and rear sensors, the black wheels, privacy glass in the rear, all the nice stuff. That's going to be the Smart Plus spec, or else then this particular car here is the Premium, which is a really nice spec. So please do give me a call. Apologies about the shoot from the hip video, but it's just one of those things that it's a new model and I'm still getting familiar with it myself. And I'm still trying to figure out what the car is all about. I haven't even driven it on the road yet. But one thing I can tell you, it's definitely worth looking at. So, 086 843 1945, Brian is my name, Fitzpatrick's Garage in Kildare Town, Honda Civic Saloon. Please do come look at it, you will not be disappointed. Thank you. If you managed to watch the whole video, I really appreciate your time. Thanks for taking time to watch.